So, looking at podcasts, it always looks really cool, I guess through the magic of video editing and all that. But this is what I found it to be mostly about with us. It's just kind of
staring at each other.
Yeah.
All the magic's done in post.
Don't call me paranoid. I keep the demons from your soul.
My son in 7th or 8th grade, we recorded a rap video for a school project. I might actually have to link it on this video.
We do.
It was
so
called,
good.
his rap name was Lil Childhood Obesity. And then it was featuring Dope Bucket. That was his, sidekick or whatever.
Nice.
And
So good.
I tell this story to because you said that the do and do or don't and do not. In the middle of his rap, he's had that instance and he said "don't." So he goes, "I really don't know." And so every time I play it, I have to always emphasize that for him.
Literally the opposite of what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Oh god, that video was gold, dude. That was such a good video.
That's the most views of any video I've ever been a part of.
I mean, it was fantastic. Yeah.
Hello, Bootleg Mercy faithful. Going on episode 4, believe it or not. Thank you, Rich. It's kind of a big night for us. We have our very first guest. We've never done this before and thought it would be pretty cool. So we went down to the call it the butt crack of Kansas.
Yep.
And we wiped out Matt Austin.
Matt Austin.
One of was a genius creator and just the forefront of what it's all about to be a Kansas musician.
Heck yeah.
And
look, I'm just one lowly kernel of corn in the butt crack of Kansas.
Wet wipes, get that right out.
Oh man, so much gold here.
I didn't plan that introduction and I kind of regret it because that was kind of mean. That wasn't my intention.
Well, I embraced it. Everybody else is going to be like, well, fuck them guys.
So we got Matt Austin. We go way back with Matt. We met him in 2015 at Life Fest?
So. Yeah.
A
minute ago.
Yeah, we did this Battle of the Bands back then and played with you and a bunch of other bands that there's a couple that are still doing things. And it was a good time. And then, we found out about your videos and your multimedia expertise and had you do some work for us. Why don't you go ahead and, because you know more than I do, go ahead and just kind of talk about what it is that you've got going on, what you do.
Actually, back then in 2015, that was really, got those PBR burps. PBR. That was really kind of our first foray into doing video. We kind of videoed live events then. And just kind of grew from there. I did some actually started in high school, did a little in college. Wife did some in college as well. But her father was he was over the TV technology department. So, she's been around it all her life. And, any skill I've ever learned has been based around the band. So, I've been playing music since I was 13. Been writing since I was 13 and a half. Just as soon as I learned how to do power chords, it's like, okay, I'm writing songs, to my detriment, because I probably should have spent a little more time practicing instead of writing shit. But, that's neither here nor there. But, the video stuff is, I'm a huge movie buff. So it was just kind of a natural progression. Started putting some money into equipment and learn, more film-like techniques. And I think I'm up to like 25 videos now.
Wow.
Between lyric and music videos. And I've shot music videos for people in Dallas and St. Louis and, of course, our area, you guys. Your first lyric video kind of turned into a music video with lyrics.
Yeah.
But that was fun. That was my youngest son, and we just had him play a paranoid schizophrenic. So, and it worked out good. Love that song, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the song's fine, but the video was really
Yeah.
awesome. I
Video.
Yeah.
that the first time I saw that, I thought, holy cow! I didn't think this was possible for us to have something like this with this
Yeah.
caliber.
Yeah. Well, and it's funny that song. I've got this plan for maybe not a full sleeve, but just there are several lyrics from from 9 Inch Nails to freaking Halsey to some other local bands and stuff like that that I just want to get a tattoo. And The Trees Are Listening is going to be in that tattoo. I love that line so much.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
No, it's great.
Great. Now we're gonna have to listen to Rich gloat about that all the time.
Right? Well, it hasn't happened yet, so
Well, yeah.
he can't gloat yet.
Yes, but the desire to do it is probably enough. Rich can live on that for about 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, when I'm not drinking PBR, things may change. I don't know, but
Yeah.
no, I love that.
You're gonna have a lifetime supply of PBR now.
Yeah.
God, dude, we've been working for 3 years on getting a sponsorship with them. I don't know if you watched that video, Eric, but
I did, and I about crap my pants laughing.
3 years worth of material, and a lot of it is just little nods, but there was over 3 minutes worth of PBR related content.
Yeah.
And
just
and
if
they
anybody
won't.
wants to see it, that video is going to be right up here.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I learned that trick. You can say, "Oh, the video is going to be right here now."
Right.
I learned how to do that last week. we had a reaction video to our new.
And somebody's going to put it right there instead.
Well, I'm the one doing it, so I'll put it. I'll put it where the hell I want. Talk about your like some of your music. I guess you got EdgeOverEdge. Didn't you had another band back in the day though?
Yeah. Command. CM.
That's right. I was trying to remember what it was called earlier.
Yeah, I was playing bass for them, and
Right.
a couple of the guys in that band I knew from high school, and their bass player moved, and they enlisted me for at least a one-off gig because they'd gotten like won the right to play this gig or whatever. Anyway, they needed a bass player, so I filled in and had a good time because I wasn't doing anything at the time, and so we did that for a few years. The lead singer and guitar player, or one of the guitar players, he got in an accident, broke his neck, and at that point we were kind of like, okay, well, we can't go on without him, and I think it's been 2 weeks now. He recently just passed, so
Oh wow.
so that chapter is done, but they kind of pushed me to practice because of the stuff they played. They like doing Tool covers and the Perfect Circle and different stuff like that. So I've kind of had to stretch a little bit. Yeah, I mean, it was kind of bittersweet, but right around that same time, the other guitar player had been a drummer originally, and so I kind of pulled him back, and we started EdgeOverEdge again. That was kind of the first band I ever had. Started when I was 15. So,
Oh wow.
yeah, I've just kind of always hung on to the name. The great thing is nobody else tries to take it. So it's like, I've got the .com, I've got, whatever. But
Speaking of, Eric and I have a little side project called Hot Richard, and I just got a thing in the emails about
You know how old you sound?
hey, hotrichard.com domain for sale. We'll sell it to you. And I'm like,
oh my God, how much do they want for it?
Who would like take that? And then like they literally found me in my email and sent me something asking me if I wanted to buy the domain name. And
Yeah.
like,
It was your phone. It's listening,
Yeah.
just like the trees.
Not just the trees. Yeah, it's your
Yeah.
phone also.
I wonder what that website was originally about.
That's how they found Richard.
So what's happening down in Southeast Kansas music wise? People playing again. I know we suffered the loss of Zero to Panic. They quit playing.
Yeah. That was a hell of a party though.
Yeah. Oh, I
That was a
bet. I
hell
wish
of
I
a
could
party.
listen to Is there still a lot going on down there? People still make music?
The kind of Pittsburgh is kind of the hub. But yeah, we've got a lot of talent around here. It's just, like it's always been in this little area, is having the places to play.
Right.
So, I feel like Pittsburgh really kind of gets oversaturated. But when that's the only place you got to go, then you play there a lot.
Right.
But they've got three really solid clubs. Jimmy B's, TJ Leland's. You guys did TJ's, right?
Yeah, that's where we played. Yeah.
They've got one now called the Dirty Mule. Back in the day, it was a country bar called Twisters, but it's got a huge stage. It's a lot of fun.
That's weird. Dirty Mule. That's Curtis's old nickname.
Old.
Yeah.
But we still got some up and comers in Coffeyville, and we've got guys from Independence have been playing for years. We're actually we're gonna do our end of summer bash. Actually, you guys get to hear it first because I haven't made the official announcement, but we're going to do another end of summer bash. I wouldn't call it annual because it's been like every other year.
Semi-annual.
Yeah.
Biannual.
But this year,
biannual.
This year we're going big. We're going to do 10 bands. So it'll be all
wow.
day. It'll be back out at the My Place event grounds. And for us, it's we have had so many opportunities over the last 3 years that for the most part, we have not actually, except for the little tour in Texas we did last year, we haven't looked for shows. They've all come to us.
Right.
So, this is our way of kind of, we gotta pay it back. You know what I mean? So we got an opportunity to throw a show out at My Place event ground. So we're gonna get all the folks who've been kind enough to put us on shows, and we're just gonna have a hell of a good time.
That's awesome. If you need another band, let us know.
Absolutely. We have a whole roster, and it's like, okay, this year we gotta pay it back, right? So
right.
It's like, okay, next year maybe we can get these. Or, you never know who's gonna drop off.
Sure.
Shit happens. So
hopefully a couple of bands break up before then. And... no, I'm kidding.
So I'm curious on the video shoot front. Talk about your approach when a band comes to you and they want to do like a performance video. You have a studio you like to do that in? You like to do them on location? What's your setup?
Primarily for a performance video, I like to do it on location. One thing I advise, because a lot of people want to do that live video, ultimately, unless you are like here, if you start mentioning video, you can almost guarantee that there will be zero crowd.
Mm-hmm.
I've learned that 3 times in my life.
Yeah. So in those particular cases, and I've done a few of them, the best thing I can do is, set up multiple cameras and keep everything kind of tight on the stage. But it's almost better to kind of feel out a concept and try and build some kind of theatrical type of video. Because even some bands that I personally thought were popular and I didn't shoot, but they were promoting that they were going to do this video shoot, and damn, man, it's like crickets. Something about it, I don't know what, but you got to hit that next level before. Actually, it's more like 3 levels up before.
Probably at least 3 levels, or you have to be
or you don't tell anybody.
Right.
Probably. Well, like for us, if we wanted to do a live video, what we should have done is shot a live video when we opened for Saliva, and just use their crowd.
Well, that's what I was going to say. You use somebody else's crowd that you open for. That's
the only problem is that they got all their shit backlined behind you.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, or you offer like free beer.
Are you going to offer free beer?
Well, no, like what's a keg costing anymore? $75? $100?
1997 called. They want their beer prices back.
Well, and that has some potential. That would probably not, obviously, if you're buying a keg or something like that, that wouldn't work at a venue. But yeah, good old pasture party, man. And if it's dark enough, all you need is like 10 heads in front of you to make it look like a crowd. So
maybe some cattle.
yeah. Oh man, Baby's Got a Temper by The Prodigy. They actually performing in front of cows. It's incredible.
That's great
I
because
love that video.
Yeah.
I think Rich played a party like that, did he?
As a matter of fact, I did.
One
That's
cow.
That's where the name Hot Richard came from.
Yeah. It was a Hot Richard gig, that's for sure.
No, it was just a Rich gig.
Well, it was a Rich gig, yeah, because you couldn't make it. So.
I'm the Hot. You're the Richard. Yeah, interesting. We're going to be shooting a video this weekend that we're going to just try and work our way through. I have all these visions in my head of what I think would be cool, and now whether or not it actually turns out that way remains to be seen. But
the best piece of advice I could give you is when you think you've got enough, do some more.
Right.
Because there'll be something in there that you're just like, damn it, I wish I would. Just always do more. Always do more.
I already know that the guys are going to get annoyed with me because I'm going to be like, hey, Curtis, we're going to play this 8-second sample of the song, and I want you to play along to it. And then we're going to do it again. And then we're going to do it 4 more times. And he's going to just get frustrated will be the word.
I mean, the problem is that Erick's ideas are things like me with my shirt off, covered in Vaseline, and Curtis set on fire running around, so.
Common ideas.
Now, see, he needs to be covered in Vaseline before lit on fire. So you can't separate those two.
That's where we went wrong.
This is why we go to you, Matt. You're the pro.
Pro.
Yeah.
And Erick throws out, we're going to be annoyed with him like that never happens any other time. It's just going to be this one time. That's
the precursor. Hey, Matt, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Any notable lines that you've done? You said you've done about 25 videos, a lot of them are lyric videos. Any particular lyrical lines ever jump out at you that you can remember off the top of your head? Or
there it went again.
There it goes again.
Is it ironic that the audio technical expert is the guy that's having audio technical issues?
Yeah. So you're
I just got to learn the steps.
So anyway, before your last camera shut down, I'd asked you if there were any lyrics, any lines of lyrics that had really jumped out at you throughout the course of making these videos.
Well, I was going to say the trees are listening, but after reflection, that's kind of bullshit.
You would have lost all credibility if you said that song. So
no. Not really. I mean, there aren't that many that grab me. So honestly, it is kind of a big deal. I do love that line. The trees are listening. And honestly, it'll probably have "You Better Run for Your Life" because just the two of them together is like, so what the fuck? But it's great. I love it. Yeah,
that's awesome to hear, man. That's really cool that something that is part of us is something that you took something from that. And
no, it jumps out. I mean, it's a catchy as hell song, but yeah, just kind of out of the blue. Trees are listening. Yeah.
Hey, if Rich doesn't work out.
Son of a.
I mean, if.
Well, let me tell you, I know 2 of your songs really well because I listen to them over and over and over again.
Yeah, I wish you could have done that on Spotify or YouTube instead of, off the MP3 file. That way we got credit for all those streams.
Right.
So, Matt, we have this little game we like to play every week called What Are You Drinking? And funny little story about this. Today, in conversation with Matt, this is for you, the rest of you guys, I sent a message to him because, you just never know. So I said, hey, man, I'm just curious, do you drink? Because we do a segment called What Are You Drinking? His reply was a YouTube video of him and his buddies slamming PBR for however many minutes. I mean,
about 3 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah. yeah, and I loud and clear, I get the.
Yeah.
So I kind of spoiled what you're drinking, but I'll let you go first.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's all about product placement.
Yeah. What got you started on Pat? Why PBR specifically?
Back when I was probably 20 or so, did a float trip, and that was the first time I ever had PBR, and I did not like it. So you heard it here first. But when I started playing with Command, that's what they kept bringing to practice because it was cheap, and yeah, I don't know, just kind of grew on me. The last 2 years, we've done beer tastings in our PBR sweaters with our second guitarist or fourth member, Daryl.
Hey Jeff, what do you got over there? What are you drinking tonight?
I'm back to the moonshine. Speaking of moonshine, this
Purple jar first.
Mulled Smoky. This
It's
is
outside inside right now.
Good stuff. That's good stuff.
this is the apple pie. You were talking about that you had some of that, right?
Yeah, I
Really
haven't
good.
drank any of it since last time. You're gonna beat me. You're gonna finish your bottle or jar before I finish mine.
It's good stuff. They started making cocktails too,
Yeah.
like in a can. I haven't tried those, but
Everybody's doing that now.
yeah. Like that juice I had the other night.
Goose. Curtis, what do you got?
I'm drinking my Old Faithful here. I've got a little concoction of 1792
Whoa. Put that bottle back up real quick.
with a little Ozark Distillery cinnamon moonshine
Hey, let's see that again.
with a little vanilla Dr. Pepper. This
There was a lot more in it last week.
talk about.
I think maybe Michelle got into your stuff, man.
That's what it is.
Yeah, there was a lot more in that bottle last week. Well, tonight I've got the old Terry Bradshaw. His little signature whiskey he made, 51.9% alcohol. I think I read where that was his career completion percentage, so that's why he aged it to 51.9%. It's actually fantastic. It's very smooth for such a hot whiskey and has great flavor, and I'm thoroughly impressed with it. About
Cool.
$50 bottle, I think.
That ain't bad.
No, it's tasty.
Well, I'm just doing the poor man's Blue Moon, shock top Belgian white. It's tasty. Something better than drinking a Coors Light, I guess. So
Anything's better than Coors Light.
Remember Two Dogs? Two Dogs?
yes,
All that flavored stuff.
yes.
What about just the generic beer? It was a white can with black lettering, just said beer on it.
Beer.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
never actually found that. I just thought it was like a movie prop.
No, there was so like you'd go to the grocery store at one point and they had a whole generic aisle and they
Yeah.
would have bread and it was just bread, no brand.
So this was like always say, best choice, great value,
Yeah, I think it was a competitor. I don't know, man. This would have been probably late 80s, probably.
Yeah.
That was going
I wasn't buying beer in the late 80s, Curtis.
I was
Okay.
trying.
I was sucking the foam off of my mom's. What?
How many intros are we going to get to this podcast?
Save them up. Save them
Yeah.
up.
I can cut that S. It's just I was sucking the foam off my mom. Okay, this is the content that people are looking
Well, my mom's beer, okay?
for. Your mom drinks beer?
Yes, my mom drinks beer.
Oh, man.
God bless her.
Mm-hmm.
My mom used to have a wine cooler once in a while, or margarita.
Speaking of that,
Your mom's cookies.
I think today is National Margarita Day, so I think I'm gonna mix up one of those after.
Oh.
here.
Today's also 2/22/22.
Oh, that's
Yep.
right. Pluto is entering Uranus.
Mm-hmm. Twice.
Hey, you never talk about dates when you're doing a podcast because now you've dated it. You see?
Well, see, listen, the people, I think at this point, they've become pretty sophisticated to how podcasts work, and they realize that it's not happening in real time when they watch it. So
But do they?
Good point. Okay.
Yeah.
Got me there.
Edit.
Cut
Edit.
that.
Oh, now that Ukrainians have beat the Russians.
Well, we were just going to talk about, we released a song a little over a week ago, not to date this.
Okay, yeah, I'm out. No, just kidding.
But yeah, Curtis is, he usually is the guy who kind of has his finger on the pulse of how it's performing and everything. I was just curious if you had any updates for us, Curtis, or anything like that.
Well, let's see. I think as of this morning when I checked, I think on at least on Spotify, it's been added to roughly 25 different playlists around the world on Spotify. It has been saved to people's favorites 50 some odd times.
Oh, wow.
And we're still in the queue in Pandora. Pandora is a little different animal in that they hold your music for a few weeks to check quality, and so we're still waiting on that. I still kind of jury's out on whether or not we made an editorial playlist with Lyft. Yeah, and the lyric video, which our esteemed host here did an incredible job on that sucker has been viewed just on the YouTube channel alone. We're closing in on 250, 300 views there, but if you add the Facebook views, we're way the hell up there. So
right, and don't forget the views off the reaction video that was done by Hippie. So if you combine all the places that the video is shown, it's got to be over 1,000 at this point.
Yeah, it's definitely well over 1,000 at this point, and it was just released a week ago yesterday.
It takes a little time to gain traction, but I mean, everybody who hears it, they say they love it, so hopefully they share it, and that's how it works.
Fingers crossed for the editorial playlist, man. Those are a big deal.
Well, as we sit right now, we're still waiting on VAIL to clear. So we're just over 2 weeks out on the release of VAIL. So it's not cleared yet. So.
No, and I was gonna say I'll look at CD Baby, see if there's any updates, but I haven't seen any. Last time I looked was this weekend, and I didn't see anything.
Well, for any of the bands watching this, I'm telling you, this whole indie release thing is a
start early.
It's a tricky animal. I mean, if you want to get featured on editorial lists on different streaming sites and stuff, everybody's got their own time frames, and it really becomes kind of it's really tough because it's super competitive. And so they put some ramifications in there in terms of you've got to have the song in at least 4 to 6 weeks prior to your release date. And then, your artwork has to be a certain size, and your bit rate has to be this, and there's a lot of stipulations involved. And so, just trying to get everything in, and again, when you're an independent like us, we don't have a management team that's responsible for that. And so it ends up being us. And so you've got, maybe Erick's responsible for the actual upload. You got Jeff, is responsible for maybe the graphics, and then I'm responsible for the push on the social side of that. And it's trying to coordinate all that and get it all done in that timely fashion so we hit the mark. It's tough, especially when you got a full-time gig and you got a life too.
So what I gather from that is that Rich is irresponsible.
Thank you. That's exactly what I was thinking. Curtis didn't have any duties for Rich.
I'm the talent.
He's the front man.
True story.
I've written lyrics that are tattooed on people or about to be. So
not yet.
Hey,
he's gonna change his mind here.
God, I'm changing my
Hey,
mind.
he's got a custom guitar to pay for. It's going to be a while before he gets that tattoo.
Well,
actually, tattoos are part of the reason that may get put off until next year, because
priorities, man. Priorities.
Kind of in need of some ink therapy, man.
I'll tell you, so
been too long.
Kind of one of those bucket list things for me is at some point I want to have a professional performance video of a song that I've played on. That's something I've always wanted to do. Done the lyric video thing. I've done, some of that other, just live shot kind of a thing. But I mean, just actually having a scripted out, storyboarded performance video shot in quality is something I've always wanted to do. So,
well, that's what you're going to have Saturday, Curtis.
Right. And so when we're done with that, I really want to talk to Matt about.
Talk to Matt.
Ouch. Oh, Jesus. Now that was good comedic timing, Curtis.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah,
Yeah, Matt did such a great job. Well, of course, on Trees Are Listening, and really like the lyric video for Lift and Divide that I've actually talked to him about. My other project, Love Like War, doing some potentially a lyric video, and we're planning to do a couple of full production videos for a concept video actually for. It's kind of interesting. I think I shared it with you guys. It's about this person that loses a loved one, and they're going into this old house where they had lived, and they just see some remnants of that person going on, and we've actually found a house in Salina that the gal, it's perfect. It's an old Victorian style house, and yeah, we're gonna see about working with somebody to bring to life that vision for us. But no, Matt does a great job. So.
Well, I am going to say that now that Jeff's going to get, he's going to get docked. His pay is going to get docked for talking about another band project during this.
Yeah.
Hey,
So I'm going to throw that out.
not Richard. I mean, come on.
That's not a band.
Yeah.
It's another project.
Oh, dang, you got us there.
It's a pretty weak-wristed one, though, I would say. But
Hey,
Is it a project, really? I mean,
hey, listen, a rising tide lifts all ships. So if Love Like War takes off, we're just going to ride their coattails.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean,
good for them.
yeah, Jeff will be our in. We can open. He can play 2 sets.
Yeah, I've done it before.
Yeah.
But I didn't have a mute pedal back then. So.
Hey, Jeff, playing 2 sets is a lot of string changes. That's all I'm going to say.
Hey, at that point, he'll have a tech to change the string,
Right,
so
that's
he'll be
right.
fine. What do we have upcoming dates? I know we have March 19th.
Yeah, we're still waiting on, we've got one more day for confirmation on the March 5th gig. That may or may not roll.
That's a private party, though, wasn't it, or something?
Yeah, it's a private gig. Yeah.
Well,
Well, 19th is what, Salina?
yeah, that's Paramount, which
Paramount?
that's kind of a homecoming for us. I mean, it's a bar we used to play, all the time back in the day. I think Salina kind of got tired of us, and so now we're gonna push it back on them again. But that'll be a St. Patrick's Day / music release party day, I guess. So that ought to be a pretty good. It better be good. We always have people. When you come back to Salina?
Yeah.
Well, here we are. So
Shortly after VAIL's released, right?
yeah, it'll be a week. Yeah,
Then we got Jerry's at April 8th.
Jerry's April 8th in Wichita.
Yeah.
Uh,
Then we got Happy Bassett. It's like off the top of my head, I'm gonna say it's like May 19 or something like that.
Yeah, I think
well, that's May. I was thinking April, but okay, May.
This apple pie is not nearly as good as Sarah.
No, it is
Oh,
not.
yeah,
Matt, I got to tell you, if you're ever in Topeka, man, the Happy Bassett Barrel House, they've got a shot there called the apple pie shot. I'm
Okay.
telling you now, you drink that shot, you can taste the buttery crust. You can taste I mean, it is out of this
nutmeg.
world.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
is what I think.
Yeah.
Huh.
Speaking of baked goods, I wonder why we don't have any baked goods out here.
Well,
today,
listen, last week we had banana bread, fresh and hot banana bread, and we were chastised by Curtis.
Yes.
He called us out for not being professional on the podcast.
Yeah, Matt, here's what it looked like. It looked like this.
There was no head movement. It was this.
Dude, we are getting
Like, what are we doing?
to the podcast.
At least
Listen,
it's probably some of them.
Well, and they thought they were being coy by doing it one at a time. Yeah, exactly. They thought they were being cool, so only one of them would go down, then the other one would go down, and then the other one would go down.
Oh yeah,
Looks more like the roller grill. Weenies on the roller grill.
now the roller grill will be in full effect this Saturday, just so you guys know.
Yeah.
We're gonna be eating. We'll have the bar will be open.
See, now, none of you guys had thought to tell Matt about this roller grill action. He might have come up just for that.
Hey Matt, you want to come up Saturday and eat off the roller grill?
that is tempting as hell.
So these guys always make fun of me because my go-to after a gig is Quick Trip. It's I want to go to the gas station and get the roller grill stuff, the hot dogs, the taquitos, all that stuff. Well, last year for Christmas, my lovely wife bought me my own roller grill for my bar.
Hell yeah.
It's got a bun warmer and everything.
I just fart to warm my buns, but
Yeah. Well, what's on your mind, Curtis? What have you been thinking about?
You know what? I'm pretty excited about Saturday, actually. It's going to be a good time we've got, we're talking about trying to slap some ideas down and see what Eric can do editing the video. It might be done by 2035. I'm not sure.
It just has to be done by March 11th.
And then, yeah, and then doing some writing in the afternoon. I'm pretty stoked about that. I'd like to get some new material rolling. So,
Jeff, what you got?
Pretty much the same thing. I'm just looking forward to, I've still got some ideas I got to get recorded here and thrown in the drive. Kind of falling behind on that a little bit, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to the writing process and seeing how annoying that Eric can be during this whole video thing. I mean, we'll might have to strong arm him a little bit, but no, I'm looking forward to it. Saturdays and these upcoming gigs, too. I mean, I'm looking forward to getting back to Jerry's and seeing people two-step to Nirvana and
that was classic. That was a good look.
I mean, I still think about that, man. I tell you what, I think that's as far as the strangest thing I've ever seen. And I've seen a lot of strange things when I've played, been doing this a long time, but I've never seen anybody two-step to Nirvana. And that was kind of a top 5 moment there.
Hey, oh my goodness, Curtis, speak of the devil. I just got an email popped up, says the VAIL is now ready on CD Baby.
Hey!
Would you look at that?
Look at that. With what, like 10 days left? Awesome. I should totally be able to get us onto an editorial playlist now.
Yeah, you got 10 full days. Get
10 days.
3? What's 3? I don't understand.
Matt, have you ever played in a band with a bunch of responsible adults that like do their job when they say they'll do it? Have you ever been in that band?
no.
No, okay.
What's the point of being in a band? I mean, you're gonna be a responsible adult. Why be in a band?
Hey, I've got an easy out here, Curtis. All I got to say is, man, I'm all about the music, man.
No. Your excuse was I was waiting on Jeff to do the artwork.
Yeah.
He totally threw you under that bus right away, Jeff.
Yeah, as long as I have an excuse, I'm going to use it.
Well, speaking of that, I better get to work on the next one then, if we've got that one. So.
Yep. Go ahead and get the next 3 worked out. That way I can just go and get them all uploaded now.
Yeah. I would not be hurt if all of them were up right now. That would not hurt my feelings at all.
Oh, thank goodness, because your feelings are what we're the most concerned about.
Well, so enjoy those non-editorial playlist placings we're getting. And
yeah. Well, see, here's the thing, Curtis. I don't know what the hell an editorial playlist is. So.
Hey, Matt, why don't you help them understand how important an editorial playlist is?
Basically, it is Spotify. I mean, it's not like Spotify users. It's Spotify owned and managed playlists. So,
well, that does sound significant.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of how you fall into people's daily mixes and the different
algorithm
every week. Yeah.
It's 200 streams versus 10,000 streams in a 28-day period. That's the difference. But that's okay. Keep jacking around and not uploading stuff on time. We're totally cool.
I don't think I can handle the pressure that comes with 10,000 streams.
Look, man, it is so crazy that we literally have 2 music videos in the can for our next album, and we have not completed recording a single song yet.
Wow.
Yeah. With 11 tracks for this next album, we plan on putting out 12 videos. Figure that one out.
Well, first off, I'm going to need you to settle your ambitious ass down in front of Curtis, because I don't need him to expect even more out of us.
but
whoa. Expect more or expect anything.
The point being is that once we start to release everything will be lined up in a row. I mean, so that's
Is there a way to
gotta
block
do it now.
people on here?
It sucks because I mean you get it done, man. You want to release it, and it'll probably be 3 to 6 months down the road before everything is out, and
Wow.
it's torture. But
Yeah. So by comparison, what we do is we wait until about 2 weeks before it's actually going to come out, and then we're like, oh, what kind of artwork you guys thinking about? Let's make some artwork and pass that back. I think maybe I'll go ahead and log in, and I might think about uploading stuff, but I wasn't sure how you wanted to spell the title, so I waited a week.
Hey, sir, I think you've had enough. We're gonna have to cut you off.
No, that's very good, Curtis. I mean, have a plan, stick to it the best you can. You guys want success, man. It fucking sucks, but schedule that shit.
Eric, you listening?
It was breaking up. I was going through a tunnel.
You're driving? You're driving again?
I'm driving.
Hey, I will tell you guys this though. You won't believe me, but I've literally never lied about if I say I'm driving, I'm driving. And if Jeff says I'm driving, usually he's right. I'm driving.
I agree. I totally get it, but it's still funny to razz you about it because it was just so comical that day.
Yeah.
We were like going.
Wait, which day? This has happened 100 times.
Yeah, that one particular day though, we were like trying to get some shit done, and you were AWOL.
Yeah, that was probably a Colorado day where I drive to Windsor, Colorado, and back in one day.
Right.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's not a fun day.
So moving forward, what'll happen is we will just make decisions. Eric doesn't respond within 3 messages. We just decide for him. Yes, we'll ask him for help.
Thanks.
Thanks, Lindsay.
We did a sponsored ad on Facebook, Matt, and I think we got a bot kind of got caught in a cycle, and we kept getting this picture of this guy, and it just kept saying thanks, and that's the picture.
Well, one time it said thanks so much and had heart emojis.
Yeah, but that was the only one. Then the rest were just thanks.
We got it over and over and over. It was
every day.
It got pretty funny.
I love it. It's like, Antsy, you're my boy.
My boy Blue.
And my boy Blue.
So anytime I think thanks, his picture just pops up in my head. So I mean, it worked.
Yeah.
I'm Pavlov's dog. It's just,
You are definitely Pavlov's dog. Oh my gosh. Well, what do you guys think?
Are we wrapping this up?
Yeah, I think we're about plumb fresh out of ideas.
We've totally bored Matt. Matt's thinking, what in the hell else could I have been doing on a Tuesday night?
Oh, yeah, he's bored to tears.
No, it's always good. I never in a million years would have thought I'd like to sit around and talk, but I do. So
It's a blast.
that's cool.
It's a lot of fun. So just to recap, Matt, check out, not you, but everybody, check out Stillpoint Visions, Facebook, internets, YouTube's. Guy does incredible video work. Check out EdgeOverEdge, his band. He's got some cool videos already on YouTube. Some good hard metal stuff. Not like that wussy stuff we play, but and he's got his podcast. Yeah, call him
PBR.
PBR. Yeah,
Pabst.
yeah. Get that endorsement deal. That way you don't have to spend $7 on a case of it.
I guarantee you, we put some of their kids through college.
Nice.
PBR is sending this to you right now.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks.
I'll get it next week and be like,
Yeah, right.
Absolutely.
I know
All
I
right,
should've
thanks,
done
Matt. Thanks everybody.
that. Oh,
And,
thank you.
hey, by the way, why don't you subscribe
Subscribe.
to our channel, like this video.
We're
watch
different.
the
We
rest
put
of
it at the
videos.
end. We put it at the end. That's how
It's
cool
always
we are.
at the
Yeah.
end.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
We need to send Matt a copy of Knife and get him to start listening to it for maybe a video of some sort down the road.
that's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Ooh, maybe even a live or like not a live video, but like a video of us with
Yeah, performance video.
quality. Yeah.
Yeah, I really liked that one when I was checking out your YouTube channel. There was one that was kind of like a live performance video, and the lyrics were kind of popping up next to the dude. I don't know if you remember what that one is. I can't remember right offhand, but it was pretty cool.
That might have been one of ours.
I think it was.
Yeah, I think
Was
it
that oh man, I can't remember the title, so I don't want to not say it
Long-
right.
Long time coming.
Well, no, that's not what I was thinking.
No.
I just don't want to say
I'm
it.
not sure.
It was like Doom something or something. I can't remember.
Doom
Oh,
something or
Mountain-
something. That's man.
Mountain Breather.
Yeah, Mountain Breather. That was it. But it might not have had lyrics, but I remember that video.
Doom
okay.
something mouth breathing.
You look like such a badass. I was like, wait,
Yeah.
that's not the same guy. This guy
No,
looks cool.
It's camera trickery.
Yeah,
Right
the camera adds 20 pounds of coolness. That's how that works.
on. That's right. That's right. All right, guys. Well, we'll see y'all next week. Thanks for tuning in, and take care of yourselves. Boom.